comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link.
Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's February 19th. No, I actually thought it was like, what did I think it was? I thought it was like 26th or something, which is next week. And that's the first day of Plot Holes and Payoffs with my twin, Caro Brown. Whoops. I'm just living in the future. That's all. Living in the future. So yeah, there's still time, days, that too, to donate and help me get to Florida. Help me have, money to get a hotel room in Florida. I didn't even put my glasses on yet. What a world. What's going on with me today? Good morning, guys. How are you? Did you have a good night? I have a crazy day today. I have a crazy day. Before we get into all that, the announcements, make sure you've hit the like button, subscribed if you are new, and rung that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense, because I do have quite a lot of nerdy nonsense. That's for show. And make sure you're doing other things. If I can get my scrolly thing to work, it hasn't been. The wheel on my mouse ain't working. Make sure you scan the left and the right. Make sure you're scanning this QR code right here to go to fundmycomic.com to my campaign. It's only $1, man. Just $1. Serious. You have $1. It's the new penny. You have those. You have dollars. You have $1 that you can spend to help me achieve my dream of publishing Veiled Legacy. And as a thank you, I will put your name in the comic book. Your name goes in the comic book. So help me achieve this goal with just $1. It's just $1, guys. Just $1 to help this campaign. So all you do is scan this QR code right here. It takes you to the Fund My Comic. So go do that. Please and thank you. Okay, then. So make sure you've got that taken care of. And to help the help me get to Florida thing, let's put a goal up. Shall we do that? Let's put another goal up. And as a reward, I'll do the dramatic reading. We got 3 super chats yesterday. So yet again, we will do another goal, and the reward will be a dramatic reading. So we'll do 5 super chats this time. Any super chat will do. I'm not picky. And I will do a dramatic reading from my comic book. And I will allow you to pick either one. It could be book 1 or book 2. Which one? Up to you. So that's the goal. 5 super chats today will get you a dramatic reading from either Midwest Gothic or the Gospel of Layla Fellows. Sound good? All right. Make sure you've hit that like button, subscribed if you are new, and ring that notification bell. We're going to scream good morning. There's only 3 people in the chat, but I'm going to scream good morning anyway. Remember that members and super chats, they get their good mornings first, because our love is transactional, and that's okay, because you should get what you pay for. And after we scream good morning, we got some announcements, then we've got our headlines, and then we're going to get into our topics. Of course, we've got Ryan Coogler's X-Files has started casting. House of the Dragon Season 3 has dropped its trailer. Very excited to watch and react to that with you guys. I mean, they just dropped it. Like, just dropped it. What else we got here? Is Jacob Elordi going to be James Bond? There are some rumors swirling about that, and that's going to be our main topic for the day. Sorry, it's like super moist outside. Very Irish weather out there today. So let's get into it. Let's yell good morning. Good morning, Ensign Deranged Lunatic. How are you? My salute was awful. Let me do that again. Let me make some room. Good morning, Ensign Deranged Lunatic. How are you? Only member in the chat right now. I should, you know what? Since you're the only member in the chat right now, that makes you a hero.
Because that's what heroes do.
That's what heroes do. Buenos dias, Fernando. I truly hope I get to see you in Orlando at MegaCon. Good morning, Monique. Good morning, surviving the snowpocalypse. You got snow? We don't have snow. It's actually rather somewhat warm here. It's 60 degrees right now in Missouri. It sure is. And very moist. Very moist. Good morning, Slayeth. What's up, my friend? I love it when you show up in the chat. Always good. Oh, Maiden Mahaith, my friend. Very Irish. I probably said that horribly wrong. I'm working on a project. Oh, my eczema has just like, it's on fire. I'm working on a project where I had to look up some Irish Gaelic last night. I love Gaelic, Irish Gaelic, very specific, because it is a batshit crazy language that doesn't make sense. And I love that. I love that because you look at it, it doesn't read like it's spelled. Case in point, Siobhan. Look up Siobhan. It's not spelled how it's pronounced. I love that about Irish Gaelic. It's a fun language. I am myself Irish. My grandmother, who is the most Irish nan you've ever met, and very upset that my DNA isn't mostly Irish. Ha! There you go. Exactly. Crazy, right? I love it. I wish I would have named a child Siobhan. I'm going to have to come up with a... Holy crap. Writing this down. I won't need to write it down. I'll remember it. But I'm going to write it down anyway because I've been looking for an excuse to use it. And as I just said, I am working on a project. And I was like, Ensign Deranged Lunatic. Hi. My salute is always so much better, and I just messed it up. Dani, I'm glad you said Missouri, not Missouri. Who? What psycho says Missouri? I hate that. I hate it so much. My ex-mother-in-law, that's who. Missouri. Hawaii. Hates it. Good morning, big time objective. Good morning. Slayeth, my ex had an Irish name. She was a Looney Tunes. A little crazy myself. But here's the thing. George Carlin said 3 things, and it is absolutely genius. It's genius. This is from George Carlin, okay? He said, all women are crazy and all men are stupid, but all women are crazy because all men are stupid. I say that all women are crazy, but it's the women who don't know what their crazy is that you should be worried about. I definitely know what my crazy is. At least I think I do. Monique, I miss Carlin. I do too. I have a great book by George Carlin. It's his autobiography, I believe. Slayeth, there's crazy and there's burn down the house with you and me in it. Crazy, LOL, definitely a difference. Yeah, see, those are the ones who don't know what their crazy is. Okay. All right, guys, let's get to some announcements. All right. Hey, is this Science Fictionary? What's up, Andrew? Good morning, Science Fictionary podcast. Hey, seriously, give me your address. I have some swag to send you. I have some stickers. We did an exchange, and you only sent me stuff, and I never got to send you back stuff back. My grammar brain left a second ago, apparently. Yeah, Red Friday. So, by the way, guys, Andrew, Science Fictionary Podcast, and I were members of the Red 5 Network. We're a network of exclusively nerdy podcasts and content creators. I talk about it every day. You guys hear me say that, red5.bio.link.com. And we exchange swag every once in a while. So when we do giveaways and stuff, I can't show you right because maybe I can hold, please. We do those exchanges. So when we do giveaways with our people, oh, it won't come off. It's pretty stuck on there. We can share our Red 5 brother and sister stuff with our own audiences. So I meant to send him some of mine. I didn't have any at the time. Now I do. And I want to send it to him. So, okay. All right. I got distracted because I saw him pop in and I was very excited. But I want to exchange secrets too, Andrew. That one too. Okay. So announcements. I'm going to turn the music down a bit, if that's all right with y'all. I just really like that one. Okay, so as I have told you guys, I'm doing an interview this afternoon with author Nicholas Keating Casbaro. He's the author of the Vitellarium series. It's a sci-fi series. It's quite, what's the word I am looking? Ambitious. It's very ambitious. I want you to think like, how do I put this? Like Dune, but if Dune was brightly colored. Like that, okay? So this is the first book. Very, very heavy read. It's got some pictures, okay? And he started to adapt it into comic books. In fact, let me show you a little bit of what he's got. I will be interviewing him this afternoon after the stream. Looking forward to it. We scheduled this quite a while ago, but I've been so booked up that it took a while. And they reached out to me. I was very flattered that they thought of me. They said they were fans, and I was very excited. I mean, hello, who doesn't love a little bit of ego stroking now and again? Huh? So, here we go. Here it is. This is the first comic, Mohawk Bang Bang. The artwork is pretty great. I mean, check it out. It's pretty intense read. They sent me a couple digital comics, a digital copy of Vitellarium Descent into the Void, and this physical copy of the book along with his autograph, which was incredibly kind. But of course, you know, I love me some violence and gore. It's got plenty of that. So lots of science, lots of violence and gore. This guy was was a EMT, I believe is what it says. But you'll get to know a lot more about that when the interview comes out in a couple of weeks, which leads me to reminding you guys of the next announcement. I will be out for a couple of days. Tomorrow morning, I do have the uterine eviction. She's had every opportunity. Okay. She's had every opportunity. So, time for her to go. Time for her to go. So, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., I check into the El Hospitable. I don't know why I said it that way. I'll be at the hospital. So, I'll be out for a couple of days. But then Tuesday, I'm doing an interview on the Comic Crusaders podcast promoting Veiled Legacy, which again, all you have to do is scan this QR code and go to fundmycomic.com. Just $1, y'all. Just $1. It's just $1 to support my comic book. Just $1. Okay? Just $1. So scan this QR code, fundmycomic.com. Just $1. And also check me out on Comic Crusaders podcast on Tuesday. I think it's around 2 p.m. That'll be a live stream. So very excited about that. Then Thursday, Carol and I have our inaugural episode of Plot Holes and Payoffs with our very first special guest, Bo DeMaio. We're so excited about that. And I just booked our second guest for March. Remember, we're doing this once a month. We have a special guest joining us. Our second guest for Plot Holes and Payoffs is Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett. Very excited about that. He finally got back to me. So March 5th, we will have Robert Meyer Burnett on. We don't know what the topic is yet, but we've got him scheduled and booked. So very excited. Plot Holes and Payoffs is really shaping up to be a pretty awesome show. We're very, very excited. There she is, my twin. Good morning, Ensign Caro Brown. Do you still want to play Stardew on Monday? Yes, I do. But I guess this means do I have to purchase Stardew? How do I get Stardew? I need to figure this out. Yes, I do. I want to play. Yes. Good morning, Lieutenant Backyard Tardos. Good morning. And good morning, Maria. Why do I want to sing Evita to you? Why? Like every time. I don't know why. I'm so weird. But I love you. Thank you for coming here. Deranged Lunatic. Now, which QR code are you supposed to be pointing at? The duck or the coffee? The duck. The duck is for... Thank you. That's a better way of putting it. The duck is for the comic book. The duck is for the comic book. And the coffee is for Florida. The duck is for the comic book. And the coffee is for Florida. Thank you. Vin Breeden. No squatters' rights. For what? For the eviction? No, she's made a mess of the place. For cereal. She's made a mess of the place. She's out. Maria, how many copies is in one issue of comics with beginners like yourself? So I'm going for 300. I may have to blow my nose. It is itching so bad. Un momento, por favor. Okay. I'm going to... Pardon me. I'm back. Okay. I'm going for 300 copies for the first round. We'll see how she do. But all you got to do is $1. $1, man. It's just $1. And not only will you be helping me achieve my literal lifelong dream of publishing this comic, you get your name in the first comic I ever print. You get your name in the comic I've been trying to create for 22 years. Come on. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. This comic's lifespan, like, it's as old as my oldest daughter. It's older than my youngest daughter. It's almost like a sibling to my 2 sons. Like, they know these characters almost as well as they know each other. It's $1 is all it takes. $1. $1. I love you so much. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. Yeah. Yeah. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. One more, and then we got to get started on headlines. Hey, good morning, Jesus's goat. It's not late. Other than you just scan this QR code right here and you can help support my comic for $1 and get your name in the back of it. Are you serious? See, when I'm looking at the screen, it's showing me the duck. How about we do this? How about we do this instead? Because no, but that's not a pain in the neck, DL. That's helpful information, because when I'm looking at the screen, StreamYard is showing me pointing at the duck. So if I do this, does it show me pointing at the duck? Okay. So go to the duck QR code, and then I'll just do this as well. Okay. I'm going to. There. Now the link for Veiled Legacies campaign is scrolling across the bottom as a ticker. I'll leave it up for the entire stream, so we don't even have to worry about which QR code I'm pointing at, because StreamYard is showing me the wrong thing. How about that? Does that help? My gosh. Okay, so just to recap really, really fast, because we all know I get all over the place. Oh my gosh. Stop moving things, StreamYard. I hate this so much. Okay, today is my last stream for the week. I'll be out for a couple of days. I'll probably be back next week, to be perfectly honest, because this is going to be kind of like having a baby, and I've had 4 of those. So I'm interviewing Nicholas Keating Casbaro today. He is the author of the Vitellarium series, Surgery in the Morning. I'll be on Comic Crusaders on Tuesday at 2 p.m. talking about Veiled Legacy, which is the link that is scrolling along the bottom and is right here with the duck in the center. You can contribute to that for $1 and get your name in the back of the comic book. It's really awesome, I promise you. Thursday is Caro and I's inaugural episode of Plot Holes and Payoffs with our first special guest, Bo DeMaio. The second episode, I believe, is on March 5th, and we will be joined by Robert Meyer Burnett. Also, tonight is Thursday, which means it is our members only watch party. We will be watching more episodes of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. If you would like to join us, make sure you have joined the channel as a member and join us over on the members only Discord, so you can watch Monarch Legacy of Monsters with us. All right, guys, let's dive into some headlines. Make sure you have the like button smashed so we can get going. Good morning, Penny. Good morning, my dear. How are you? How are you? Okay, it took us a minute, but we're 25 minutes in and we're finally getting to headlines. Hooray. All right, let's see. There we are. You know, I had a weird comment. A weird comment on Instagram yesterday. I gotta say. It was on the clip about me talking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and all these other people are like, "Oh my god, I know the show is so great, it's so amazing, blah blah blah." And this one guy, this one guy is like, "I mean, it's good, but the glazing over on this series has got to be studied. Like, you people are just, I mean, it's okay." And then he sat there and told me that I'm a liar and I have no integrity. All right. Okay, pal. I hope you have a nice day. I think I lost something. So anywho. Yeah, DL says he's been enjoying the Monarch series. Let me tell you something. This has been, we started the members only streams by doing like 90s sci-fi and stuff. We did Hercules the Legendary Journeys. We did Farscape. Love Farscape. Really love Farscape. But then I had this idea, like I'm very fortunate that I have access to a lot of streaming services or series that are on streaming services. And I figured, why not share that with my super amazing, awesome Nerdling Army members? Why not? So, you know, I'm always talking about these shows on Apple TV and other places. Sorry, I got self-conscious. I always talk about these other series that, you know, maybe you guys don't get to watch because either you don't have that streaming service or you made budget decisions. You know, why not open that up? Like, you guys name something that you haven't gotten an opportunity to check out or something you would really like to watch. What is something you would like to watch? Maybe I can make that happen for you. So we started with Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and nothing has made me happier than seeing or hearing DL experience this show for the first time, because it is so well done. And the monsters are really good. And I love entertainment. I love TV. I love movies. And I love watching TV and movies with friends. So getting to see someone I care about a lot experience that for the first time is just, it does my heart good. And I love hanging out with DL. I really do. So good morning, Ensign Loki. How are you? I know it wasn't you. It was another weirdo. It's fine. When does Monarch season 2 drop? Next month. Very excited. Very, very excited. So we are pre-gaming. Okay, so Ted Sarandos, and I feel like this is news we've already heard, but Ted Sarandos, Netflix co-CEO, has outlined their plan for releasing films theatrically if they buy Warner Brothers. Notice how this has gone back to if. 45 days of theatrical exclusivity, film released on digital, later released on streaming on HBO Max. Like, I get it. I get it that they're all doing this now. They're all doing this. But the fact that they're going straight from in the theater for only 45 days and then than directly to a digital release and then to HBO Max. It's just like how thank you, DL. Like how are you not cognitively capable of seeing what you're doing to yourself? You are shooting yourself in the foot. The fear of missing out is a real thing. It's supply and demand 101. It's economics 101. That is one of the main reason people would flock to movie theaters years ago, before we had any of this digital release streaming stuff. You wanted to rush to the movie theater because when it was no longer in theaters, you were not seeing that for months, if not maybe a year. And I know I have just belabored this point, but it doesn't make it any less true. Why? Why? And to me, it's just obvious. They just want to kill the theater industry. And I think it's way more than just they don't want to share the ticket prices or ticket profits. Sorry, the ticket profit with the theater chains, because they have to split that 50-50. They don't want to share that. They realize if we own the store and the product and the materials to make the product, it's basically 100% profit, So if they get rid of the distributor, which is what this would be in this scenario, then that's even more profit in their pockets. So there would be that would be reason numero uno, profit sharing. They don't want to do that anymore. But also I can't help, I'm going to scoot my chair over. I can't help but feel like they are purposely trying to squash that human connection, that shared human experience part of the theater experience. There is something very real and empathic that happens in a movie theater with a bunch of strangers. You're sitting there, you're not talking to them, you're not paying attention to them, but you're all feeling that same vibe together. You go to an empty theater by yourself and watch a movie, doesn't feel the same as when you're in there in a packed theater watching the same movie. You feel that energy, that rising action, you feel that. It's an energy. We are energy. But now they only want it in theaters 45 days, and they keep, and it's not like it's a hard line, 45 days. Ted Sarandos himself said under oath, if a movie's not really making the money, they'll pull it. If it's making some good money, they'll leave it. So it's not a hard line. There's no like, okay, 45 days and that's it. But they're definitely like, that's the sweet spot. 45 days. We really don't want to push it. And then digital. Because then that's pure profit for us. That goes in our pockets. Hey, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Polly. Yay! Would you like a clip? Tell me what clip you would like, and I will play that for for you. Gracias. I play a clip for you. Thank you for money for my Florida trip. Thank you so much. But on top of this, 45 days in the theaters. No more. You want Conan? Okay. I play Conan for you. That's my favorite, I'm not gonna lie.
Dani, what is best in life?
To crush the rumors, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the nerds.
I love that one. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. So we have four more super chats, and I will do a dramatic reading from the comic book. Get on it, guys. Get on it. So here we have this arbitrary 45 days and then digital. And then you can just watch it on streaming anyway, that, you're already paying for the streaming service. So why even bother? You can just wait a month and a half, 2 months, and you can watch it on a streaming service you're already paying for. And now they've got this second screen directive nonsense where they're like, well, people are on their phones. So instead of making something interesting enough to force them to put down their phones, which should be the goal, let's just dumb it down, pack it full of exposition, explain the plot every other 5 minutes. So that way they can keep up while they're on their phone. Fun. Lame. So it feels like they want us home. They want us on our phones. They want us dumb. They want us mushy. They want us separated. Why? What is the plan? I don't get it. And I really don't give two sloppy wet shits what Ted Sarandos outlines for his theatrical releases if he gets to finish buying Warner Brothers, because I don't believe a word he says. He owns Netflix, and he has said many, 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 many times that theaters are pointless anymore. They're outdated. He thinks that people don't drive anymore. It's stupid. Jesus is GOAT. I always cut my phone off in the theater, usually when the previews begin. Well, I always put it on silent, just in case. I am a mom, just in case there's an emergency, and I do have elderly grandparents. So I do try to. I keep it quiet and I keep the light off. But I am off of it. But when I'm at home watching something, I'm watching it. I'm paying attention to it. I can't really speak for the rest of my family. Like, I'm constantly like, are you watching? I'm not going to explain it to you later. And then what happens? They're like, so why is it? I'm like, nope. Not telling you. That's on you. You need to figure it out for yourself. Don't be part of the problem. So that's my advice. Don't be part of the problem. Put your phones down. Pay attention. Demand better, not just of them, but of yourself. So there's that headline. That's yeah, I'm over Netflix and their shenanigans. The only line I have liked from Starfleet Academy, the only thing I liked of it at all was that Jemadar Klingon Commandant, or whatever she is, said, they have shenaned before and they will shenan again. So they've shenaned before, they'll shenan again. So there's that. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about it, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on. We've got a trailer for the Peaky Blinders movie has been released. I'm not going to sit and play it because we've already got a trailer we got to watch, and I can only deal with copyright things like for one at a time. But I can't wait. You guys know how much I love Peaky Blinders. I love me some Tommy Shelby. We got Barry Keoghan in this one. So excited. Been waiting for this for some time. Love the Shelbys. Oh, the Immortal Man. Looking forward to it. It's coming out on March 20th. That is my last day at MegaCon in Orlando. The day I have to get to the Villages in Florida. My 90-year-old grandfather is threatening to drive to Orlando to pick me up. I need you guys to please chip in so he doesn't drive. Please. Don't do this to me. I need to Uber to their house. I can't allow that man to drive to Orlando from the Villages and then drive me back to the Villages. He terrifies me. Terrifies me. I love him so much, but terrifies me. And when I mention it, my grandma's like, "We drive all the time." I'm like, "I know. It keeps me up at night." It does. So please chip in. I'll do a dramatic reading. I promise. But it looks really good. Do I have any other fans of Peaky Blinders in the chat? Any fans? Gonna watch it? Hey, it's the Podfather. What is up? How do Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast? Rosef, how are you? I saw that you texted me, but obviously I am otherwise occupied. Ro, today's goal is we need 4 more super chats, and I will do a dramatic reading from one of my comic books. One of my comic books. Either Midwest Legacy or Midwest Gothic or The Gospel of Layla Fellows. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay, so there's that. Now let's just dive in. Let's dive into some stuff. So, that protein shake was not enough. Ryan Coogler's X-Files series is currently casting. So let's look into it. And he has, let's see. She'd recently cast Masaku in Sinners, which had been released in enormous success. I worship the woman, and I said, "Aaron, I have an idea. She's in Sinners. Have you seen Sinners?" Meisler recalled. Sorkin told her he was about to screen it. She instructed him to watch it that night. She texted him at 11 p.m. asking if he'd done so. He had. The next day, Meisler again told Sorkin, "We need to hire Woonmi for this role." To which he replied, "Francine, do you think I could just meet her or something?" Okay. I'm looking for the information on X-Files. Francine works her magic. See, Succession, the studio. She's a very accomplished casting director, by the way. For those who do not know. Here we go. Since her official start in 1990, Meisler has cast more than 200 films and series, averaging about 6 per year. She's got a bunch in the works right now, including Coogler's X-Files reboot and Man's Heat sequel. So that's the only information we really have right now, is that she is the one casting it. Is it Danielle Detweiler is the lead in the series, and it's not a reboot in the I think it's really just a continuation. There's no race swapping. It's not Scully and Mulder being swapped with different genders or races. It's just different agents kind of situation. And there are rumors that Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny could show up. But all we know is that Francine Meisler is the one casting. She worked with Coogler on Sinners, and she's really good. So there's that information. Hey! Thank you so much, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, for the $5 super chat. That's 2 super chats. We need 3 more super chats, and I'll do a dramatic reading from my comic book, whichever one you want. Play a Stargate clip. You got it, my friend.
Resigning? What for?
So I can do this.
Roma's showing off Michael Mann went to my high school. Zendaya didn't know. And thank you again for your $5 super chat. I super appreciate it. 3 more super chats, guys. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you. You can do it. Help me out. Help me out. DL, well, Fox, Mulder, and Dana Scully are getting pretty old. Exactly. Let them retire. We can do new agents. It's fine. We've done it before. We had, why did his brain just, T-1000? We had T-1000 and, the psychic. We had them, and then they brought Dana and Mulder back in. So it could be good. It could be good. I'm very curious about it. I think Ryan Coogler is a very good filmmaker. I think he's good at standing his ground, especially against Disney. Fingers crossed. So, but again, time will only tell. Time will only tell. Right? That is the only way to find out, is to wait for it to come out and see what happens. But apparently things are starting to really move ahead. Finally. All right, guys, moving on. And remember, the QR code with the duck on it takes you to the link that is scrolling along the bottom of your screen. Only takes $1 to make that comic book happen and get your name in the back of the book. And 3 more super chats. I will do a dramatic reading from that comic book. And it helps me get to Florida and keeps my 90-year-old grandfather from driving to pick me up from Orlando. I'm very concerned about it. I have nightmares. All right, guys. House of the Dragon has dropped its teaser trailer for season 3. I am very excited. It is just over a minute long. Remember how this goes. The volume is very low. I don't know if we're going to hear it because of how StreamYard works on Firefox. Yes, Doggett and Reyes, that was their names. But I was thinking of his actual name. T-1000 is actually, it's Robert Patrick. Robert Patrick. That's it. Let me see. I don't think it gives me a way to actually. Let me see. Manage. All right, we're gonna give it a shot. See how it goes. Remember, I am just here to review it. This is not mine. This belongs to Warner Brothers. Season 2 wasn't as good as season 1. Hopefully, season 3 they have corrected where they went wrong, and it's got a lot more action. I've heard that we get some sneak peeks at the Battle of the Gullet. Again, for those who do not know, I need a new chair. For those who don't know, House of the Dragon is going to end with season 4. And the entire series is based around one chapter of the book Fire and Blood. Fire and Blood is, of course, the book about the history of the Targaryen family. It was written by a maester. It's a fictional history written by a maester. So it reads kind of like an encyclopedia almost, you know? Not really a storybook, but a history book. Good grief, this chair doesn't want to move and stuff. There was a lot of wiggle room for them with this series when it comes to inserting more things, fleshing it out. When I see people are like, "Oh, you got to stick to the source material," I said, if they stuck to the source material for this series, it wouldn't have even been a full season. It would have been a movie. It would have been like a 3-episode mini series because it was one chapter in the book. So anyway, without any more jibber jabber from me, here is the trailer for season 3 of House of the Dragon. Man, it's gonna be hard because Night of the Seven Kingdoms is just straight kicking ass. Oh, I don't know if you can hear it or not. You'll have to let me know in the chat below, but it starts off with like a bell tolling, like bang, and then we have the little psycho on the throne asking his mommy, "Where were you?" Dragons! Alicent came to Dragonstone. Oh, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it because that's another thing that irritates me about the Game of Thrones crap is taking like 2-3 years in between seasons. I'm old. I'm old. You have to rewatch crap. Alicent and Rhaenyra met in season 2, and you know that they want to end this. So Rhaenyra's like, Alicent's gonna open the doors and let us in. Oh, will she now? The HBO original series returns. I do love the dragons. I really do love the dragons. Ah, so then that's a high tower. You can tell because that's a high tower. Got the old town. Okay. Oh yeah. And I could not be more pleasantly surprised by Matt Smith as Daemon Targaryen. He is awesome, isn't he? So good. Battle of the Gullet. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, man. I will say this. It's always stunning. Always stunning. The action, the scenery, the production design, always just flawless. Ooh, there we have Aegon. Oh, still not. Oh, yeah, he's. Mm, oh, fire and blood. Coming out in June. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Again, I really do hope that they pick up the pace this season. Season 2 just really dragged on. And I know that they purposely were saving stuff for the season because, again, it's based on one chapter from a book. So they were trying to stretch things out. Well, you could have just made stuff because they already were. Rhaenys's death. Oh, so good. Can't wait to rewatch season 1 and season 2, I guess. But let me know what you guys think in the chat below. Leave your questions, comments, emotional outbursts. And remember, 3 super chats away from a dramatic reading from Midwest Gothic or the Gospel of Layla Fellows. We're going to move on. Again, the wheel of my mouse not working. Maybe I need to charge it more. Ayo. Where did you go? Let's try this. Sometimes. Okay. This is coming from Bloomberg. This is an article from Bloomberg. The Justice Department has summoned some of the largest movie theater chains in the U.S. for conversations about the impact of a Warner Brothers sale. I'd say that's a good call. I don't know if it's going to allow me to read the article. No, it's not. But that's a good idea. I think it's going to have a substantial impact no matter who buys it. I've been beating my fist about this for some time. It's going to take a lot more than just have a conversation with theater chains, though. Wouldn't you agree? Good morning, Omari. I don't remember this much oversight when Disney was buying Fox. Neither do I. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Could it possibly be the reason why there's so much oversight now is because that sale did cause a huge impact. And now theaters are closing down all over the country. That industry is dying. And let's go one step farther. Should we let it die? Am I just being emotional? Am I just, having this personal attachment? Why is it such a big deal? Should we just let it go? Is it a natural course? Is it something that is just a natural progression? Is our art evolving? Is entertainment evolving naturally? Or is this manufactured? There's a lot of questions. This is a big conversation. I think it is. And I do have a lot of questions about, why is the Justice Department so interested? Why is the government so interested in what is essentially private businesses? What does that have to do with them? Ensign Loki. Theaters will go the way of stage plays. The radio and newspapers still exist, but niche. You might be right. I feel like hold on. I feel like they're going to have to evolve the theater experience. Not have you, and I'm thinking like the Las Vegas sphere, as well as, have you seen the ones where like the floor, it's like they're completely surrounded by it. And at the sphere, when you go see Wizard of Oz, the wind's blowing and there's, it's very, very, very immersive. I truly feel like that is the next step in the theater evolution. And if we are to save this kind of interactive, shared human experience, then that is the only natural next step that has to be taken. And Loki is right. This kind of theater experience as we know it will become or go the way of like stage plays and radio and stuff. And the new thing will be this kind of sphere type format. Movies will be made like that. Or, don't tell me you haven't thought about it. Interactive hologram stuff like we grew up watching in Star Trek The Next Generation, like a holodeck. Bleeping YouTube keeps censoring your comments? Really? Interesting. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. It's the conversation we had about arcades in the 90s. Ensign Loki, enhancing the experience enhances the price, though. It does. And that's exactly what happened with movie theaters 100 years ago. And 75 years ago and 50 years ago. And eventually it will round down. When movie theaters first came out, they were hold on. They were this very bougie, kind of, when they were like really building the thing up, they wanted to market to the very wealthy people, because at first they were like, hang a sheet, hang a sheet and throw some folding chairs out. It's fine. And the wealthy people kind of looked down their nose at it. But a couple of guys had some ideas and they really zhuzhed it up and they made it expensive. Mm-hmm. And that shot the price up. But eventually they made it to, it kind of balanced out and it became like a family event. It's cyclical. It happens, once the a new technology comes out, they enhance the experience. It's really expensive at first, but then it settles. But I do see that happening. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, Holodeck requires AI, and everybody seems to be against that for now. The way I see AI right now is kind of the way people saw Photoshop when it first came out. They saw it as cheating, dangerous. It's going to destroy this, this, and that. What I have learned is that they all use AI in one incarnation or the other. They all use it for, naming this or tweaking that. They all use it. So I could see eventually using an AI system to make a holodeck type experience somewhere in the future once we have, really found our way with that technology. Jesus's Goat, random comic book recommendations. Nova Centurion by Jed McKay. Hey, random comic book recommendation. Veiled Legacy by Dani Sansasi. You can support it at the link scrolling along the bottom of the screen or at the QR code with the duck on it. $1. $1 is all it takes. All right, guys, we're going to move on for that. Any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, leave it in the chat below. We're going to go on to our final topic of the morning. Where's he at? So, rumor has it, and this is just rumor. This is just rumor. Rumor had it a month ago that Jacob Elordi had met with Denis Villeneuve about James Bond. And he fits the profile exactly of what Villeneuve was looking for in his James Bond. And this comes from apparently Showbiz. And now, according to Pop Tings and a few other people that are sharing it all over, Elordi has reportedly been offered the role of James Bond. Listen, I loved this kid as the creature in Frankenstein. Absolutely loved him. He's tall, he's handsome, he's British. I could see him as Bond. Can he do action? I've personally never seen him in, or I personally have not seen him in anything other than Frankenstein. I have not seen Wuthering Heights. I don't really have a desire to see Wuthering Heights, if I'm being honest. The reviews I have read don't really scream, "Hey, Dani, you'll love this," to me. And I've been like almost way too busy to actually sit and write reviews recently. I am not a big Bond nerd. Not like my husband is, not like I know some of you are. So I wanted to open it up to you guys. I wanted to hear your thoughts on the possibility of Jacob Elordi playing James Bond. I think he would be good. He seems to fit the criteria of what Villeneuve was looking for. He wanted someone younger. He wanted someone younger, and he looks like James Bond to me. I mean, if you read the books, that's what James Bond looks like. Ian Fleming's James Bond. You guys are so quiet today. You're so quiet. Should I play you some thinking music? Should I? Is this it? Ah, Ensign DL. I know he's one tall son of a gun. Yes, he is. He's very tall. Fernando, I think there is a better choice for James Bond. I don't care about the books. Ooh. Ensign Loki. He's not getting the role. He's just flavor of the month, so he's linked to every project. You might have a point. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Honestly, it's not so much about the actor, but how they will write him. That is also a very good point. How will they write him? How will they write him? And we haven't really heard anything. Anything. It's been basically radio silence on the James Bond project. We know that Villeneuve is directing. That's about it. And now we hear these rumors about Elordi. And to be fair, Elordi has some pretty. He's got nominations now. He is flavor of the month. He is. He's very hot right now. So of course, Amazon and Villeneuve are going to be looking at him. He fits the criteria and he is hot right now. And aside from him being hot and a box office draw, he is really good. Really, really good. Good morning, Bryce. Good morning. Ensign Loki. He says, given that Amazon erased all the guns in the James Bond posters last year, I have no trust in the project anyway. You have a point. What the hell is up with that? Why leave the gun in the logo? Why buy James Bond? Why buy James Bond, an international violent spy? If you don't want to promote violence, I don't understand that. DL, Ensign DL, at least he's male. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, will he be the spy who asked consent? Jesus' goat, just watch 007's Never Say Never Again. I realize that Bond should have Eddie STD by now, or 50 children. So that one apparently is not really canon. And there is an absolutely phenomenal Saturday Night Live skit that you should look up. It's from the 90s. Garth Brooks plays a doctor, and Chris Parnell plays James Bond. It's literally about that. It's about James Bond having so many venereal diseases, including 2 that are only found in sharks. It's really, really funny. You should look that up. It's my favorite. Good morning, films and fiction. You're no longer a lieutenant. I can't salute you. You should correct that. Will they bring back the cool gadgets? Inquiring minds want to know. I do love cool gadgets. That's why they're in my main character's prosthetic legs. You know where you can go to find out about it. Only costs $1 to support. Jesus Goat, I had no idea. It's not canon. Cool movie, though. Yeah, that's when Sean Connery was older and he came back. Yeah. It's a whole thing. I personally think Jacob Elordi would be a good James Bond. But then again, I'm not a Bond nerd. It's not my nerd. So I don't know if I am the one who should be making that kind of fan cast, you know? But according to what my husband has told me about James Bond, who is a Bond nerd, and what Villeneuve said he was looking for, this dude could be it. And after seeing him in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, my gosh, I will watch this guy in just about anything. I won't watch Wuthering Heights, though. Emerald Fennel, you know what you did. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, Never Say Never Again is still better than the last few movies. Yet Dave is really upset about, they killed Bond. Like, why? Why did you do that? Says, bring back the cool gadgets and make it a period piece and not a current world. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. But none of you guys would be like down for Jacob Elordi as James Bond? Really? Am I completely by myself in this? For reals? For really reals? I really thought at least one other person would agree with me. I really did. I didn't think I would have that hot of a take. It's crazy. Fernando, no, the hell with Jacob. Oh, you're so funny. Bryce, he got it. I like it. There we go. I'm not alone. I'm down with it. I'm cool with it. Well, while you guys are attacking me over my choices, I'm not surprised you don't know who he is, even though I've mentioned it like 3 times. He played the creature in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein on Netflix. He was fantastic. I mean, absolutely amazing. So good. Seriously, he is, for someone so young, he possesses a skill that I've never seen in someone so young. He's phenomenal. Vin Breeden, I simply do not have much of an opinion on Bond. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Well, guys, I'm sorry that we couldn't do a dramatic reading today on my night before my surgery. I was really hoping we could do that. I wanted to do that for you guys before I'm not here for a bit. I'm sorry. We needed 3 more super chats to do the dramatic reading. We didn't hit our goal. It's okay. We'll be fine. Films and fiction. The actor doesn't matter. What matters is whether Amazon will actually allow him to act like James Bond. That is the question. That is the most important. Frankenstein is definitely, I think it is my favorite movie of 2025. You should watch Frankenstein. It's so good. It's so good. So good. All right, guys. I got to take off. I got stuff to do today to get ready for the interview and for the surgery tomorrow. Again, if you want to help support the comic book, it only costs $1. All you got to do is scan that QR code with the duck. Okay. And it's at the link that is scrolling down past your screen right there. It takes you to fundmycomic.com/ campaign/952/Veiled Legacy, and it's got all kinds of stuff on there. You can watch a video about it. There's the concept art. You can read what the comic's about, why it took me so long. There's all kinds of neat stuff. And there's 4 different tiers. Like if you want to give more than $1, you actually get more stuff in return. So check that out. There's also this QR code with the coffee. That's buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA. And you can chip in for my trip to Florida and actually help to keep my grandfather from driving. Please. buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA or Cash App $ Danielle Sanssouci. You can also chip in to help keep my grandfather from driving because that's really freaking me out. You can also support the comic at patreon.com/comics and there not only do you get Veiled Legacy merch every 3 months for the first year of your membership as a thank you, but you get exclusive behind the scenes access to the making of Veiled Legacy, what it takes to make this happen, the entire creative process, my process, working with Caro, the whole thing. It's all there. And the Patreon members get to see everything first. Also, tonight is my members only watch party stream over on the Discord. So if you're a member of the channel, there are 4 different tiers. The lowest is $3. We're a fun army, okay? And on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time over at the Discord, we watch shows together. And right now we're watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV. So join the channel as a member. Get to join in on watch parties, get to see all drops up to a week before anybody else does. Get fun emojis and gifts, your own community over on the YouTubes and your own community over on Discord. So that's really fun. Check that out. It's a really good time. You guys should join us. And also, we have an Etsy store. We have an official merch store and an Etsy store. It's all the same thing. So comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. I have new merch over there inspired by Sinners and official merch for plot holes and payoffs. It's Chibi, Dani, and Caro on mugs and stickers. So go check that out. I'm also an affiliate for a couple of things, and that is in the description below. Everything I've told you about is on my website, comics-and.com. And this podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So check out red5.bio.link today to discover more of your Red 5 family of podcasts. Caro. Ensign Caro, she's a trooper for putting up with my edits. I don't, do you have edits? Like, really? It's mostly just spelling stuff. When you say you go hard on someone, I was like, do you? Okay. Do you save that for other people? We do look very cute on mugs. I'm not going to lie. We look cute all the time anyway. So she will read to me and I will go, pause. Change this. Yeah. They said, pause. Pause. All right, guys. That's all I got for today. I hope you have a super wizard afternoon. I will see my members this evening. Just a reminder, the interview that I'm doing, it'll probably be out in maybe a week or 2. I do have to edit it when I'm done. So be good to yourselves and one another. Do good things. Do good things. Be nice. That's important. And help support indie comics. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!